In the night there was a storm there at the beach where she was born. And she could feel the feeling wrong, and so she walked there in the dawn. And on her flute, the magic horn, a tune so passionate and strong, she played for them the Orca Song to ask them where they all had gone. When I was asked to come here and do an exhibition here in the Pacific Northwest by the Scan Design Foundation, there was a big wish that it would be about water quality, which is obviously a big topic when you're here in Seattle with the sea and the Puget Sound. I tried to take that topic and have that be a part of my fairy tale. I've actually made 125 trolls in 17 countries all over the world. All of that is fueled by scrap. Pallets and scrap wood and fences and posts and like all types of wood that's just offcuts and things that people don't really want. There's just mountains of that there that all gets like either scrapped and burned or the good gets landfilled. I like to just make them a little bit wild and a little bit crazy, and then they have the aesthetic a little bit rough so that many people can partake in building it. It's more about everybody coming together and that bigger message than it's about one perfect sculpture. This troll is called Bruun Idun. She is like the orca that grew up on the shore. One day she realizes that all the orcas are gone and there's only one orca left. And then she plays her flute and communicates with it.
When we initially engaged Thomas through the Scan Design Foundation, we also wanted to be sure that we were honouring the ancestral homelands of the native communities here in the Northwest. It was equally important to ensure that Thomas was educated about the history of tribal communities here. In Seattle, we reached out to the Muckleshoot tribe. They selected an artist to represent their tribe to then go to Denmark and work with Thomas in his workshop in the spring of this year.
Hey, how you doing? Good, how you doing?
What I found was their culture and our culture are very similar. They really deeply care about taking care of our planet, which closely exactly aligns with the tribal values that we have. Thomas learned about Coast Salish culture, and I painted a mural of a killer whale on Thomas's house. I have a traumatic brain injury, what has made me legally blind. But I had a phenomenon of wanting to do artwork. So I started painting. My artwork is based off of what I believe are spirit helpers, animals that help people. We call them a tamanwas in our language. When I discovered that I could do art, it was a sign of life. It was a ray of hope to me that maybe I could show other people that a disability doesn't have to be a life sentence. You can be a part of greater society and overcome and achieve.
He also helped design a flute. John here's going to help us like decorate the flute today and put some little decorations on them to just make them extra nice.
We're going to have cedar bark from our grandmother cedar tree. We also have abalone shell on there, which is traditional to decorate things.
Yeah. Okay, let me see how much do you have over there?
We put these things on the troll to show that we are welcoming it.
What do you guys think? It should be this hand or the other hand, the bracelet?
It's up to you.
This one? The beliefs that I have in reusing material and trying to just be a good steward and leaving the world a good place, you know. That's all the same ways of the Native Americans. I feel good about this.
Yeah.
You feel good about it too?
Yeah.
That looks great, man. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks great. Okay. Flute.
The hair is made of a madrona tree. It was sick and had to be cut down here in the park. So I told them to save the branches because they would look great for the hair. The trolls is a big part of folklore and the religions that were before Christianity in Denmark and the Nordic countries where I come from. It just happened that they were just a super good vehicle for telling the stories that I like to tell. So now I use them to tell like modern folklore stories, like the story about the troll and the orca, and then that story then says something about us humans. Now it's just taking this life where there's just so many people who join in. More than 10 million people have went to visit one of my trolls. 10 million people who have come and stood in front of one of those and had that experience made out of scraps. That tells you like something about like how important it is that we don't empty our world from resources and then use those resources to drown our world with trash.
We want to take care of this land. We want to take care of this water. We want to make sure that these things are still here for children in the future, 7 generations from now. Now we have an ally. Now we can work together on things and know that we're working hand in hand with each other and that we have the same goals.